We're live. Am I early? I might be. I might be early, but that's okay. Okay, here we are. So, comment, text me, let me know if you're here, if you're listening. So, the first thing I want to say, by the way, I'm Jasmine. Thank you for being on my channel. My channel is all about manifesting a specific person and manifesting anything else that you want. I especially really like the idea of instant manifestation um, because I'm quite a pioneer myself and I'm always pushing the envelope. And so I really like that idea of always pushing the envelope. Um, and instant manifestation is one of those things that a lot of people think is kind of pie in the sky, and it's really not. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, to kind of normalize the idea and help you understand a little bit better of instant manifestation, how to use it, how you already are using it, and normalize it a little bit for you. So make it kind of more like a everyday sort of deliberate thing, you know? Okay. So I have some notes here because this is a live video. Oh, by the way, if you're asking questions, yes, that's cool, but I'm only going to address questions that have to do with this topic of instant manifestation. I'm not going to address off-topic questions. So I'm just going to start a little bit, and then maybe I'll look through the comments and see what questions I want to answer for you guys. But yes, I do encourage you to ask questions on the topic of instant manifestation and how that works. So I have a few points here. I'm not sure what point I want to make first. I just created a video. I think it was on Wednesday, so Christmas, on instant manifestation. Thank you. And it was a really good long video on instant manifestation, and it really talked about perception, how your automatic assumptions are what manifest. And we talked a bit more about that because I think that you could call your instantaneous assumptions, your instant assumptions, you could call that your instant manifestation, but you could call that your subconscious thoughts as well. Because a lot of the stuff that you're just judgment, snap judgment, a lot of that stuff is just happening automatically for you. So the things that the projections means your viewpoint being projected onto the screen of space, and then that's the screen that you're witnessing, just like a movie screen. You're projecting your assumptions onto the screen of space and therefore painting your reality with that. A lot of that is pretty unconscious, meaning however you've primed yourself to be and practiced yourself to be and trained yourself to be, that's what's instantly going to fire off. And so it's really important with instant manifestation to look at those automatic assumptions and automatic projections, the things that you actually think are real and immovable, like, oh, that person's an ass, you know? Maybe I'm just looking at it that way. There's a different way to look at it. That's why they say there's two sides to every story. Well, I think that it's way more than that. It's every person and every situation and every circumstance is an infinite pool of possible potential realities that you can tap into and perceive and imagine and interpret, right? Let me get through a little bit more of this, and then I'll look for your questions. Okay, so perception. Oh my gosh, somebody commented on YouTube, and I don't know who it was, and they said the definition of manifestation, and I think actual definitions are very important. And if I'm not using an actual definition, then that would be on purpose. Like the actual definition of vibration is not what I mean when I say vibration, for example. But, you know, I really thought that the word manifestation, I had never looked that up in the dictionary. And I really thought that it meant to materialize or occur, right? Doesn't that make sense? Well, this person said that the definition is to see. It's like to perceive or to see. That is exactly what we are talking about with this instant manifestation. And with any manifestation, it's whatever you see is what you get. So that is really good. First thing, right off the bat, for you to keep in your mind that manifestation means to see. because however I see this situation, that's what it's going to manifest to be. That is as true as it gets. So for instance, I don't care what the circumstances look like. I could be not making money right now, but I know that I am, like, in the long run and in the scheme of things, I know I'm making money. But what story am I telling about it? You know what I mean? So I could still experience wealth even though I'm not making money right now, or I could experience lack and not making money right now. And I could be making money right now and still experiencing lack. It's all story. And I could be not talking to my specific person, or not knowing who they are, or not, just things not looking good there. And I could just be like, no, like, I know that it's going to go X, Y, and Z like this. I know we're going to be together. It's just, that's just as real to me as the sky is blue. That's just, I just know it. And that could be your story. And you could also have the other doomsday story of, oh, I'm going to be alone forever and they don't love me and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all your perception, all of it 100%. So manifestation, in order to deliberately manifest, you have to be willing to take that responsibility and say, this is all about how I'm seeing it and how I'm looking at it and how I'm defining it, how I'm interpreting it, and how I'm perceiving it. It's all my story. That is so important. Because if you can't do that, you will not be able to deliberately manifest. Because what does it mean to be the God of your reality? It really goes hand in hand with authority, taking that responsibility, which is not blame. It's not blame. It's not to say, I did a bad whatever, like to beat yourself because, oh, I thought the wrong thing, or I don't know. It's never that. It's never that. That's the self-love part. That's the confidence part. That's the knowing the law part. You have to just know, like, oh, I just changed my thoughts right now, and that's all that matters. We're going from here, moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. Every moment is new. Every moment is new. Hey, guys, by the way, thank you for liking the video. If you like what I'm talking about, make sure that you subscribe. And if you subscribe, make sure that you ring the bell so that you do get notifications when I go live and when I put out new videos 4 days a week. Let's talk about something else, completely different, that I did not cover in that video. The idea of instant gratification that we have going on right now in society in general. Look at this, because everything comes out of your belief systems. Again, your projections, your perceptions, your stories. So look at what society, a lot of society, okay, I'm sure that you've witnessed this before, is saying about the idea of the millennial generation and the technology. Instant gratification is being painted in a negative way. It's being painted as unrealistic, irresponsible, and bad, because the idea is, oh, like, you can't keep your whatever. Like, it's painted in a negative sense. But look at what this does to instant gratification. Suddenly, you think that instant gratification or instant manifestation, you think that's a bad thing. You think it's unrealistic. You think it's not reasonable to assume or ask for. You think that there's something bad about needing it or wanting it right now. I can want anything that I want right now. That's not bad. I can make it bad by thinking so. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So your beliefs manifest. So if you're one of the people who thinks, oh my God, technology is so bad, being able to get it, we just want it faster, we just want more, we want what we want because we can have it, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we can have it now, immediately. That is totally awesome if we can figure out how to do that, right? How to please ourselves more, how to be happier, faster, quicker, how to not suffer, how to make things a lot easier and faster for ourselves. All of that stuff is good. You know, I mean, there might be people out there who think, hey, like, the right way is you learn to build your house yourself, and then you'll never have a problem with it, and you'll never have to call a plumber or anybody else to fix it. But it's okay to have somebody else do it for you. That's okay too. You know what I mean? So, like, just make sure that you're not one of the people that's like, oh my God, society and the millennial is like so bad because we just want it now. We just want more. We just want what we want. Yeah, we want what we want. That's okay. So just know that it's okay so that you're not sabotaging yourself. Just know that it's like brilliant and amazing, and it's evidence of prosperity and abundance and wealth and expansion and infinite everything. Like, just make sure that you're not calling the thing that you want bad in any sense. Okay, so that's number 2 that we're covering. All right, let me take a look at your comments. Live chat. Okay, so let me see what we got going on here. Everyone wants to manifest a specific person. Nobody wants to manifest a yacht anymore. That is not true, by the way. That is not true. It's okay to want it all and to have it all. Manifest physical changes, that's off topic. But even physical changes, it's like, how are you seeing your body? If you wake up every morning and you say, my body's so undesirable, you're not changing anything, you know? When I first wake up in the morning, I set my mind right and I think about the things that I want to think for that day. Hey, you guys, I have this really awesome video. It's the third party plan or the third party routine. It's actually for everyone. All of my third party videos are good for everyone. Actually, you're going to really like them if you haven't seen them yet. But I put my routine in a third party video. It's called the third party plan. And I'll try to link it below when we're done here. And it has my routine in there and when you should be doing certain exercises. So let's see. Let me look here. Make more about long-term relationships. The reason why I don't teach people how to keep their relationships is because you keep it the same way that you created it. It's really not any different. You keep doing it the same way. If you have fleeting thoughts that you can't control, then you should practice things like meditation and different types of meditation, like yoga. That's a different type of meditation. Or, yeah, that's pretty much what meditation practices are really good for, helping you focus, right? Let me look here, see if there's any good. If you have doubts that your SP is not keeping its promises, but you believe the higher power will give you otherwise. Well, this is an interesting question because I don't acknowledge a higher power outside of myself because I'm creating it all, right? So it's really good to orient yourself back into that way. Like, oh, I'm the only causation. I'm the only causation. Because then that does give you the ultimate power. And that's part of the problem with instant manifestation and people who don't, are not like, I want to manifest instantly. Okay, so you have to take the ultimate authority and power when it comes to who's doing it. Who's doing it? Is it you or is it something else? Because if it's something else, you're going to put it in the hands of something else and it might not happen the way that you want because it's in the hands of somebody else. But if you know that, hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. And if I don't know how I'm doing all of it, that's okay. I'll figure it out. It'll come to me. Everything I need will come to me. But I am doing it all. And that's why in my God state meditation and in my God state, I have a playlist on that. I highly recommend for everyone. I think God state is like really key to persistence and to being able to apply anything at all. But in my God state meditation and in my practices, I say, like, there are no mysteries to me. I know exactly how I manifest everything that I want all the time. I always know exactly how I manifest every detail of my reality. You know what that does? That makes all of your subconscious bullshit visible to you. It makes everything that you didn't know, everything that you were not aware of, everything that just, it makes you understand where you have been messing up and not thinking correctly, and your limiting ideas and beliefs, and it makes it so visible to you, and you can just instantly change it. So there are no mysteries to me. Okay, let's see. Higher power will give you otherwise. Yeah, I don't, not agreeing with that. This trumps your doubts. As you are believing, you'll get what you want. Look, your last thought. What's your final thought on the idea? That's the thought that's going to manifest. That's your true belief. How do we instantly manifest states such as confidence? When you think about what it would feel like to be a certain way, like if you think about what it would feel like to be confident, you're instantly going to tap into that and experience more of that. You can increase the momentum with your focus. with your longevity of your focus and with the purity of your focus, and that can come with practice, but it doesn't have to. If you think something comes with practice, it's going to take longer. Don't think things that imply time, right? So be like, oh, everybody, like, think about all these things that manifest. Everybody messes up sometimes. Shit happens. If you believe that, those things are going to happen. Okay, so don't believe that. And it's not like being rigid. It's like feeling for the next most awesome possible reality. It's like, you know what? Reality can't really be this awesome all the time. If you believe that, then that can be your reality. There are people living like that. So look out for those limiting beliefs that we just think are true. You know, like, oh, some things take time. Doesn't have to. Does not have to. How can I instantly? Okay, now we're gonna talk a bit more about instant manifestation, because I got some things for you. Okay. Instant manifestation. Not only is it possible, but you're always instantly manifesting all of the time. Every moment, now, that's an instant manifestation. All right. Now, how do you do it deliberately? If you want to instantly manifest deliberately, there are a couple of requirements, and I'm going to tell you those right now. I'll tell you the requirements of instant manifestation. First of all, you have to believe it. You have to believe that it's realistic and that it's reasonable and that it's just an extension of fun and abundance and the infinite nature of the universe and infinite possibility and prosperity. And you have to believe that all of those things are more than good, more than okay. You have to believe that these things already are, and that that's your natural state, the natural way that things happen. Things naturally happen the way that I want them to. They naturally, everything is already serving me right now. Everything is already instant for me right now. It's already, there's so much abundance and harmony and unity and love and prosperity and wealth and health. There's so much of all of it just ready to come in, just waiting to respond to me and my thoughts and my beliefs and my vibration. It's waiting for me already. And it's already instantaneously responding to my current state. So you have to believe that it's reasonable and logical and good, right? You have to believe it's happening. It's already there. So I believe in instant manifestation. Okay, what else? What else do I need to believe in? Number 2 is when you are asking for instant manifestation. This might blow your mind. When you're asking for instant manifestation, you're asking for it because you don't believe it. So how do you get out of that predicament where you're like, I want him to call me and I want it right now. I want, what's this person saying? 50K subscribers. I want 50K subscribers right now. You're saying the statement because you don't believe that you already have that thing. You're not living in the state. So you're approaching it from a place of, I don't have this and I want this. But where's your state? Your state is already in lack. Your state is in, I don't have this, I need it, I want it, it's missing, it's not already there. It's the opposite of how you manifest. So how do you fix that? Okay, so let's talk about it. It's all in the way that you're priming yourself. And so in that sense, I don't like to say anything that has to do with time. You can become any person that you want very, very fast. You can wake up tomorrow a completely different person. I do that all the time, and I see people do it, right? People can heal themselves overnight. People can, change all kinds of conditions overnight. And no condition is different from any other. So if you think, well, I can, manifest $1 million overnight, but I can't lose 20 pounds overnight. Push the boundaries of your current limitations, even outside the idea of what you think is possible. Push the limitations of what you think is possible. Not to make it happen, but to experiment with expanding the limitations of your mind. And what would it be like if that was normal and cool and normal? What would it be like if that was just like, oh yeah, duh, I can overnight, just like that, whatever I want. I would say practice, because, you know, whatever it is that you're practicing points to your dominant beliefs. So yes, build a practice where you're living in the end more than anything else. And on various subjects or generally, like if I focus on abundance and harmony and prosperity and love, that's very, very general, and that covers every subject. I don't have to be like, I want abundance of this, and I want prosperity of that, and I want love of that. You don't have to be specific. You can just be general. If I'm in harmony and ecstasy, everything's going to go like, it's going to be perceived by me through those lenses. So that's one way to do it. And when you're practicing that vibration, here's the thing, is that manifestation is not only on the outside. It is also, it's in your mind first. So manifestations are thoughts are manifestations, feelings are manifestations, inner experiences, inner thoughts, inner stories, those are all manifestations. And then manifestations do have a momentum about them because your thoughts and your feelings have a momentum about them normally. Sometimes you notice the momentum, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're just in a non-resistant state where you weren't practicing anything, you were just simply non-resistant, and then something really awesome can avalanche in. But you have to find a way to figure out how to either be in a non-contradictory state, which is just like, you can practice a meditative state for like weeks, months, years. I usually do meditative states for, you know, a practice of a week or two. I used to do like a couple, 2 week, kind of try to do it all the time actually. But practice yourself into a place of living in the end. And here's the thing that happens. Is that your inside reality changes first. And then you're not seeing the outside reality change. But when you're actually manifesting something and when you're changing, like, it'll manifest first by the inside has changed. The inside has changed. So if I want to manifest something but I don't have it right now, if I notice my inside changed, I know it's coming. I know I got it because I feel this right now. I know I've got it because I think this right now. That's all that matters. That's your manifestation. And when you're manifesting something, you're not going to notice the outside is different than what you want. You could be in literally any condition and you're in a completely different reality on the inside. And so your experience of it is different. This is really phenomenal and amazing, but it's also normal and natural, and we do it all the time without realizing it. For instance, like let's say a doctor in the ER, for instance. How is he doing that? All he's seeing is pain and illness and sickness and abuse and blood and bad stuff all day. And he's completely unaffected. And he's even doing really well. And he even loves his job. And he loves, what he brings to his patients. But how do you be like that when you're surrounded with all that, you could say, negativity? He's in a different reality. Completely. Everything is good. Everything is well. I'm doing the best for my patients. They're getting the best care. And the world is good. And the fact that I'm here is a wonderful thing. And the fact that we have a hospital and an emergency room and all of this available to us is a wonderful thing. He's in a different place. The question is, where are you in your state? So when it comes to instant manifestation, you will be able to manifest things instantaneously if you have on the outside, if you have already aligned on the inside. Okay, so you could align in a general sense to where you just really, really practice the God state, and you really, really practice knowing I'm the God of my reality. There's I can manifest anything that I want instantaneously, effortlessly, easily. It happens to me easily. It happens to me all the time. I'm totally in control and power over my situations. It just happens for me. It just comes to me. It's just very natural for me. And you can do that in a very general sense. And then when it comes to manifesting something specific, you're ready and it happens instantly because you did this practice and you manifested it here first. So if you haven't watched my God State playlist, oh my God, please watch it. And in that playlist, I have the plan routine thing, the plan, because it tells you when to do God State and what else to do with it to support that. Here's why God State is important, and it's very important for instant manifestation. Here is why. Because you are constantly, consistently, always manifesting a version of yourself right now, by the way that you perceive yourself. You don't just manifest outside things. You manifest the person that you are interacting as in this reality. You are not inherently whoever it is that you think that you are. You are inherently whoever that you create yourself to be in this moment. And that changes. I was born shy. And I decided that I wanted to be more like this. So I did that on the inside to help myself change. And I also took physical actions and learned over a period of years to how to be the personality that I wanted to be. Is that disingenuous? No, I really thoroughly enjoy being this way. And now it feels very natural to me. It feels like the most natural thing in the world. It feels like this is who I truly am. That's why when people grow and change, they'll say, this is who I truly am. Because if you want something, it's already you. And then it's up to you to pursue that state, right? So in every moment, you have an interpretation and a concept of yourself. Usually that interpretation and that concept is very limited. It is not God state at all. It is like human, I'm limited, I don't know anything, I have to learn more, I have to try better, I have to try harder, I'm not doing it right, what am I doing wrong? That's mostly what you're thinking about yourself. Why don't things happen for me? That's mostly what you're thinking about yourself. So you're manifesting a version of yourself that can't manifest. And you're doing that a lot without even thinking about it all the time. Whoever's watching to this point is getting a lot. But okay. I'm getting distracted by the comments. This person says that they were born depressed and they cried all the time. All babies, when they're born, cry all the time. They cry a lot. It's normal and natural. The story does not help you. Good example. But, okay, so I tend to hear people be like, I'm just not like that. I'm just like this other thing. And I'm like, you can be exactly whatever you want to be. You're not that person, especially if you don't like that about being that person. That means that you're not actually that person. Don't kid yourself. So in order to offset all of the crappy ways that you are manifesting yourself to be in every moment, instead of manifesting yourself to be in a limited person and a limited personality with limited skills and abilities and thinking abilities, manifest the God state on purpose. Now, you can manifest it and be it and tap into it, and then 5 minutes later, you think about yourself the old way, and then you're like, what happened? You just thought about yourself in a bad way again, or in the wrong way again, in a way that's different from God's state. So you're doing it unconsciously without really thinking about it, out of habit, right? So you want to do God's state often. You want to do God's state often. If you want to remove victim mentality, practice God's state. And then the idea is that you start doing that more than you are doing the other stuff that you don't want to think about, right? So you start practicing God's state, and that just floods out and offsets all the other ways that you're thinking about yourself. And then you start thinking about yourself in more empowered ways, more confident ways, more ways that you're able to readily manifest, right? And you're doing that more often than you're doing the other. That's the idea. So there is this idea with like habit and changing your habits and persistence and letting things evolve and mold and grow. But you can become a person that just can instantly manifest things, and that person doesn't get upset about things not happening instantly. What a paradox. What a paradox. So instant manifestation, yes, it's outside, but it's also inside. So sometimes it happens outside, but if it doesn't happen outside, if you're in that place where you are that person and you've been practicing your God state and you've been, doing the work of becoming that person who believes in instant manifestation and such, nothing is going to trip you up, man. That's part of what it means. That's part of the mastery of when you're getting really good at manifesting. Because what is manifesting in application? Manifesting in application is the opposite of worrying about it or thinking about it or trying to figure it out. It's, oh, I don't have to think about this. It's already done. I'm just going to manifest it. That means let it go completely and have fun. That's it. So if I want to manifest something and I find myself thinking about it, I'm like, oh, why don't I just manifest it? Drop it, let it go. It's done. That's manifesting. Completely effortless, completely easy. And some of you, if you're like doing the practices and the techniques and all of that, techniques do not manifest. Manifesting manifests, okay? You could be practicing any technique and trying too hard and doing it from the wrong place, and then you get opposite results. And you just fall farther from grace. And you get more depressed and more upset and more frustrated because you feel like, I'm doing all this effort and I just got the opposite thing and I feel worse and I feel like crap and I hate all of this. And it's not because you were doing anything correctly. It's because you still were trying too hard and making it into work, and you were still worrying, and you were still trying to figure it out, and you were working harder, not smarter. You were working harder. You weren't manifesting. So if that happened to you, you weren't doing it correctly. I don't like to say supposed to, but I'm just going to say, just to communicate with you guys, if you want to manifest something, the motivation is very important. The motivation is very important. You have to be implementing because it makes you feel better and it feels easier to you and it feels nicer to you. And you're figuring out how to feel better and how to think better and how to love more and how to relax more and how to meditate more and how to bask more and how to enjoy yourself more and how to have fun more and how to surrender more and how to let go more. That's the motivation that should be fed when you're learning how to manifest things through using techniques. You're not doing the technique because I said so. You're not doing the technique because I need to manifest this thing and I need it now. If you're doing something because you really want it, that's wrong motivation. You're likely trying too hard and you can get opposite results. What you can do to address that and correct that is every technique that you do is meant to make you feel better. So do the technique because it's a really delicious feeling and experience and you love it, and not to try to make something happen, because the minute that you say, I want this thing to happen and I want to try to make it happen, so let me go script or do a technique to try to make it happen, you're living in a reality where it's not already done. That's why techniques don't work. And I don't mean don't do techniques. I mean techniques happen naturally when you're already in the state of living in the end. Then naturally you'll be like, oh, I just had this beautiful vision of us holding hands on the beach and money was flowing and falling all over us. And we came across a treasure map and it had X marks the spot and the treasure was right there and we found it. And it's, finders keepers. And we just ran away into the sunset and it was brilliant and perfect and wonderful. That was a beautiful vision. I really liked that. But a lot of you guys are trying to envision things, which is why you have so many questions about it. How do I affirm? How do I script? What should I imagine? What should I envision? That means you don't understand the technique, because the technique happens naturally. It's inspired when you're in the state. Your job is to feel better, and then when you feel better and think better about the situation, naturally you're going to have better thoughts about it, and that the technique doesn't manifest. But when you're manifesting something, the technique will appear for you as an evidence of you already manifesting it. So people have it backwards. Everybody's been teaching you guys that do the technique to manifest the thing, when it's the opposite. It's when you're manifesting it, the technique will come naturally and easily and it will occur to you. But learning about the techniques, it helps because you know which things are good to continue doing and which things that you should stop doing. That's the idea. So let me look at the comments. I love the stripper comment. Oh my goodness. Yeah, time travel is totally doable. Totally doable. Physical time travel, yeah. If you want to manifest something pleasant, but you're thinking about something unpleasant, then you switch your thoughts to something more pleasant, even if it's on a different subject or more general. Like if I'm thinking about something that I don't want, and I'm like, I'm really afraid that a bird is gonna fall out of the sky and hit me on the head. Okay, so I can't stop thinking about my fear of birds hitting me in the head or whatever, like something dumb, right? All fears are dumb, right? I would, if you try to stop thinking that thought, you draw more attention to the thought that you're trying to stop thinking. So you have to divert your attention to something else and do something else, even if it's in a general sense. So in that, if I have a true fear about something, I'm not going to try to make myself feel better about that thing if it's difficult to do, right? I might try to just distract myself from it altogether, like go get a massage or play a video game or see a friend or read a book, see? And then when you feel a little bit better, then you can change your story around the specific thing. That's how that works. Let's see. Okay, is there anyone here who has manifested a height increase by using the law? I have heard about people who have done that. Yes, anything is possible. Circumstances don't matter. Oh my God, I've been getting so many questions about circumstances, and it drives me crazy, you guys. It drives me crazy. You know why? Because the circumstance doesn't matter. It's always the same thing that you're going to do. So I'm not going to make a video on everybody's circumstances because it's completely not different. That's why I have a video on how to manifest your specific person no matter what. I have that video. If you want to see that video, you can find it on my channel. Because everybody thinks that their circumstances are unique, and so somehow that changes the way that you use the law. That does not change the way that you use the law, because circumstances don't matter at all. They have no bearing. The only thing that has bearing is your thoughts. So if you believe in the circumstance, you're fucked, okay? So it's your job to figure out how to screw your head on straight and know what is really going on. That, like, the fact that you create your own reality and you're the only causation, and that is it. However you think that the law works is how it's going to work. So Neville Goddard thought that he had to do this certain technique in order to make it work. That's how he makes it work. I choose to adopt beliefs that are going to make manifesting the easiest for me and the fastest and the most instant for me. So I say I don't have to do anything to manifest anything. It's already done. When I want it, it's already done. If I want it, that means that it's done. It's already instant. It's always instant. It's already done. There's nothing that I have to do to make it happen. And there's nothing that I can do to mess it up. There's nothing I can think to mess it up. There's nothing I can feel to mess it up. There's nothing I can do to mess it up. It's already done. No power on this earth can mess it up. I can't mess it up. It is done, and I don't have to do anything for it. But if you don't have to do anything, then what are you going to do? Think about it. I don't have to worry about it because it's already done. I don't have to think about it because it's already done. I don't have to figure it out. It's already done. Now I'm bored. What are you going to do when you're bored? You're going to go have fun. So having fun is your evidence to the universe that you are living in the end. That's why you need to have more fun. By the way, if you're still watching, make sure that you like the video and subscribe and ring the bell if you have not already, because obviously you like my content. So thank you. All right, if you believe in a technique, it will work, but you don't need the technique. Hey, if techniques work for you, then do it. But make sure that you're not doing it from a place of trying to make it happen. If you honestly believe that if I can see it in my mind, it'll manifest on the screen of space, that will work for you. If you believe in a magic pebble, all of your wishes, that will work for you. If you've got a magic lamp 3 times, and you believe that thing is going to, grant you infinite wishes or whatever, like anything that you think, standing on your head, if you think that is what makes things manifest, that will be true. But just help yourself out and adopt belief systems and support belief systems that really actually work for you. So for me, it's up, don't have to do anything, it's done. Okay, go have fun. And then when you're having fun, what does that mean? I'm having fun, I'm laughing, I'm living my joy, I'm experiencing joy, I'm talking with friends, I'm getting lost in the moment. I'm not worrying about anything because it's all done. So I'm telling the universe, I'm living in the end. And I'm telling the universe that it's over done. And the universe is like, boom, 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 it's coming. Following your joy and basking in create momentum in your manifesting. Because it tells the universe and yourself, and you're the only causation, right? That's what you would do if it was already done. What would you do if it was already done? I would go have some amazing tea with my friend and talk about it. And I wouldn't be trying, and I wouldn't be worrying, and I would just feel really good and happy, and I would just feel really good and confident, and I wouldn't be thinking about anything particular or important because that shit's already done. So that's why following your joy is not overrated. Not overrated. It actually creates a lot of momentum. How do you transcend limiting beliefs and fears about time or not enough time or too late? I would manifest God's state first, for sure. So if you haven't already, make sure that you check out that playlist below, or I'll have it at the end of the video. There's no such thing as, you gotta check your beliefs, so there's no such thing as missing the bus, being too late, or missing your chance. No such thing. Anyways, I think I'm done here. Let's see, what do I want to tell you guys? By the way, make sure that you sign up for emails if you want emails and if you like my content. That link is below. I am planning a trip to Cancun with 10 people. We still have some openings available for that. It's next month, so we're going to release all the legit information pretty soon on that. It's going to be super fun and awesome. Better than a seminar because there's only going to be 10 of us, and we're just going to be hanging out like friends, and I'm just going to be teaching while we're having fun, and I think that's just my style. And what else do I have? I have a group on Facebook. The group is provided by 22 Social, and it's a membership-only group. And it's a really awesome group. And every month, one person wins a free session with me. So, I mean, people yeah, sure, that's one reason to join. Why not? But people really swear by the group that it's just the perfect manifesting atmosphere and keeps them thinking positively. And all we do is we do success stories, we do affirmations, we really, really support each other as well. So it's like my dream group atmosphere that I wanted for my manifestational community, right? It's like my perfect, you just go in there and it's all good, nice stuff. So anyways, let me see if there's any, check the comments again. I was watching Bob Proctor and I asked the universe, can't we have someone pretty? Bam, here you are, it works. Thank you. All right, I think I'm done, you guys. If you want to, go ahead and comment below and I'll try to answer the comments and stuff, okay? I love you guys and thank you for watching.